Yes, we are. We are officially live. Hello and welcome to the live stream. I'll give it a second here. And then we're going to get into the action here. Wild day for sports.
Wild last 2 days for sports.
Wild day. We got a sheet full
I'm gonna write down another idea.
Sheet full of content here for you guys that are tuning in live. And then, of course, if you're watching this after, lots and lots to talk about here. What does that say?
Domingo Dillon's perfect game.
Yep.
Okay, should we get rolling?
We should get rolling indeed. So, okay. First of all, we're going to start off by talking about the draft grades of the NBA draft. If you were here for our NBA draft live stream, welcome back, first of all. And second of all, it was a crazy draft. Top 10 is what we're going to talk about because those are the teams that are trying to build their franchise to make the playoffs. So we'll start off with who had the number one overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs. Jack, you want to start this one off?
I'm going to have to give that grade an A because you can't mess up drafting Victor. And he's a generational talent. You know, he's getting comparisons better than LeBron James when he was 18. So, yeah, it's an A+ in my opinion.
I'm going to go with an A- here. I can't give a perfect grade yet because he's had slight flaws in his game, but it's not. I mean, he's a generational talent for sure. I think that he definitely is going to put on a show, and we'll find out come July 7th for Summer League. We're going to move on to the number 2 pick, though, Charlotte Hornets. They selected Brandon Miller and had a decent draft. So what are your thoughts, Jack?
Yeah, I really like the Brandon Miller pick. I know it's not Scoot Henderson, but he fits the scheme of the Hornets. They're going to have LaMelo Ball at the guard, and then they're going to have Miller as a forward. I feel like that fits the scheme, and Brandon Miller is a really good shooter, so I'm gonna give that a B.
B?
Yeah.
This one is where my A+ comes in. They had a great draft. They got a ton of steals. There was a late first round pick that they had that was very good. What was his name? Crap. But they had a couple second round picks too. They drafted Amari Bailey from UCLA. I thought that was a good pick. He's definitely a hustler on defense and stuff, which is, LaMelo doesn't play defense, so they need to make up for that. And, Charlotte Hornets, I give them an A+. It was a great draft for them. And then move on to the number 3 pick, which was Portland.
Yep.
So you want to take it away?
I think that's an A+ because Scoot Henderson's value at that pick is crazy. If it was any other draft, he would most likely be a number 1 overall pick.
Yep.
But he just so happens to have a generational talent in his draft, so I'm going to have to give that an A+. I don't exactly know what they're going to do with him and Damian Lillard, but I think they'll try to figure something out. I really like the pick, so I'll give it an A+.
I mean, they've kind of already figured out with the jerseys, one being 0, one being 00, but this is definitely – I'm going to have to agree with you. I think an A+ here. Getting Scoot Henderson was great. It was definitely needed for Damian Lillard to, give him some props to stay because, I mean, he's a freak. Like, we thought Jay Nivey was great at attacking the rim and finishing elitely, but Scoot Henderson's on a whole different level.
Yep.
So we'll move to the 4th overall pick, though, which is Houston Rockets.
Yep.
They had a pretty good draft.
Yeah, they picked Amen Thompson for their 4th overall pick. I'm not too big of a fan of the Thompson twins just because they played in a league with 3 other teams, and they're the oldest people in that league because it was age range 16 to 20, and they were 20 years old. But he still has a lot of talent, and he's good potential, so I like that pick. And then they got a steal with Cam Whitmore at the 20th pick. Yeah, 20th overall pick.
20th.
And he could have gone for anywhere from 4 to the 4th pick. So I got to give that an A+.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you here, but I'm just gonna go with a solid A here. I'm kind of concerned of Cam Whitmore because I heard injury spells around him, which is why he dropped so low. But I mean, getting him at 20 when he was projected to go possibly to the Pistons at 5 is just absolutely ridiculous. So definitely a steal of the draft for sure. Then we move on to the 5th pick, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, so this is my hometown team, and yeah, I didn't really like the draft. The fifth overall pick, they drafted Asar Thompson. Granted, he has some talent, but same thing with the men. He plays against 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and he's 20.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
playing the same 3 teams, so he doesn't play a lot of competition. And then, the pick late in the draft in the round
Mhm.
round 1, another guard from, Arkansas or
Houston.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, I didn't really think that made a lot of sense because you already have Cade and Jaden Ivey. I kind of understand what they're going to do with Asar Thompson, put him at the 3, but I feel like we could have got Cam Whitmore or the forward Jarris Walker
from Houston.
Houston. Yeah, so I feel like we needed some kind of size or forwards, and we
Instead.
didn't get what we needed. So I'm gonna have to give that a D.
A D?
Yep, I'm not horribly upset with the Asar Thompson pick, but getting another guard, we don't need that,
Yeah.
especially when we have Killian Hayes a backup.
Killian, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Killian's terrible.
Killian's pretty bad, but I'm gonna give the Pistons a B here. Asar Thompson could fit in the 3. Marcus Sasser, it was a questionable pick for sure. Definitely traded into the first round, but we only gave up, I believe, a second round pick. So not too terrible, moving up to basically for nothing. So I kind of like the picks, but Asar Thompson, he's gonna have to play the 3, which he hasn't really done at all yet. He's played shooting guard alongside his brother, who's a point guard. So he's going to be out of position for sure. The number 6 pick, we have the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I wasn't too happy with their 11th overall pick when they picked
Mhm.
Jet Howard. I didn't understand it. He was I think the only reason they drafted him is because he can shoot,
Mhm.
and it shows potential elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand why he got picked in the lottery. He didn't really do too much in college.
Yeah. So
He had a few tiny moments, but other than that, he wasn't
that
really
one
a
game,
factor.
that one game against Iowa. That's
And then he had
it.
good start against Penn State, but other
Yeah,
than that,
but that's it.
I didn't really understand that. And then the guard that they drafted,
Anthony Black.
Yeah, Anthony Black. I think they just drafted too many guards. That's just speaking facts right now, for real. Yeah, but yeah, I don't understand that pick because they have Suggs, Cole Anthony, so don't know why they're drafting so many guards. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll have to give that a C plus because I still like Anthony Black, but I don't understand the Jet Howard pick. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, mine's not going to be much better. I'm going to go B minus here. I just think, the Anthony Black pick I really love. A lot of people were rooting for the Pistons to draft him just because, we don't want Cade to be handling the ball 48 minutes a game. It's a lot of work for a superstar player. But Anthony Black's a great pick. I just don't understand the Jet Howard pick. Grady Dick clearly showed better shooting, clearly showed a lot more potential than Jet Howard. But it's called the Michigan Magic for a reason. So B minus.
Yeah, I just gotta talk about that real quick. So
Yeah.
we've had Iggy Brazdeikis on that team. We have Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner on that team.
Yep.
Jet Howard now, and
Xavier Simpson was on there.
Xavier Simpson was on there, and Caleb Houston's on there.
I believe John Teske was also.
John
on there
Teske
at
was
one
also.
point.
So they've had 7
So
people.
they've had 7
within the last
Michigan players.
4 years.
Yes.
So that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I think it shows why they're not that good.
Because Michigan players are talented, believe it or not, but
Yeah,
but they're not going to build your entire roster and then continue to be good. 7th overall pick. This is where it got a little weird.
Yeah, honestly, that's when everything got thrown up in the air. Nobody knew what was going on.
So the Wizards traded with the Pacers to basically swap picks. So Jarris Walker was the original 7th pick, I believe, right? Or was it
It was the dude from France.
Oh, the Bilal.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Kuzli or something like that. But what's your draft grade on that, Jack?
Yeah, I don't really understand why they drafted him. He didn't do anything until the championship game, and the only reason he got any hype is because of Victor Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And he really, other than that, hasn't proved anything. So
it's true.
I think that's a huge reach. He probably has potential, but I'm gonna have to give that a D.
A D?
Yeah, I don't get that pick.
Yeah, this is gonna be my first C. I think it's gonna be just a C because it's kind of like this pick is either going to be really, really bad, like the talk where it's like this guy is the biggest bust in the draft, or it's going to be like this is the best. This was one of the best picks in the draft by far. But of course, there is Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, Victor Wembanyama. There's a lot of talent in this draft, and I mean, the Wizards is a perfect place for him because the Wizards aren't going to be very good for a long time unless Jordan Poole has 40 points a game every game.
Yep.
So, yeah, then we're going to move to the Pacers who got Jarris Walker.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I really like that pick. He's an absolute dog at Houston, and he's very young. Shows a lot of potential, and he's already dominating in the college game. I think he'll translate that to the NBA. I'm going to give that a solid A. I mean, he's just an overall very, very well-rounded player, and he can do a lot of things for the team. He can play defense. He hustles. He can score.
yeah.
He does everything that a team would want. So I'm going to have to give that a solid A.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B here. I think the pick could have been a little bit better for the Pacers. I really thought Cam Whitmore was going to be the pick there for him. He fit a little bit better, but then again, Jarris Walker is definitely a solid pick for the Pacers. So I'm gonna say B plus. Actually, I'm gonna say B plus.
Okay.
I'll be a little generous here, but we're moving on. 9th pick. I believe was what was the ninth
fact
pick?
check here.
Taylor Hendricks to Utah. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Thank you, Fusion Football Bros. There, but Taylor Hendricks. You wanna start off with that one?
Yeah, I'm not that big of a fan of that pick. You know, I thought Cam Whitmore was a way better player, and yeah. Oh, hey, David. But yeah, but yeah, I just don't get it. I thought Cam Whitmore was a way better prospect in general, and they just passed up on it for
Taylor Hendricks.
Taylor Hendricks. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Cam Whitmore can do more for the team, so I'm gonna give that a C. I'm not trying to bag on Taylor Hendricks, but they could have got Cam Whitmore, who's a way better prospect and player. So I'm gonna have to give that a C.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think this one is an A. I think Taylor Hendricks could have been a little bit higher. I think he should have been ahead of that that one guy from France, the Bilal, whatever. Definitely should have been ahead of him, and I think he should have been ahead of Jarris Walker. I think he has the length. He has, crazy defense. His blocking ability is ridiculous. So, and he's more of like a guard forward. He's just really good. So, Taylor Hendricks, A- for that one. And then finally,
Dallas Mavericks,
but this was traded with OKC. So this is technically OKC's pick of Cason Wallace.
Yeah.
From Kentucky.
I actually I like the pick because he fits the scheme of Dallas better. They needed some size. They got some size.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Screw on that one.
Nah,
Cason Wallace is a guard.
Yeah, but nobody really knows what's going to happen with Kyrie Irving, so it's good to draft that for
This is the Thunder's pick.
No,
they traded it.
Oh yeah, right. They did.
They did with Derek Lively, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So my bad for being a casual, but
yeah, that's.
Yeah, no,
it's fine.
I still like the pick for the Thunder because he still fits that scheme as well. You can pair him up with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the backcourt, which would make it very great. And then if you have Chet Holmgren, actually healthy, not being a baby, being hurt,
that's true.
I think they'll pair up good and they'll be a dominant team. And they're always building more for the future because they have how many draft capital they have,
how much young players they have as well.
Yeah, they're a very young team, and they still have a ton of picks, a lot of future picks. So they have a bright future. I'm gonna give that an A-, just for fitting the scheme.
Yeah, Cason Wallace. This is definitely an A. This is definitely an A for me. I think that Cason Wallace, his defensive mind is crazy, and that's what the Thunder need. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he's more offense than defense. And, of course, Josh Giddey, he's kind of more of a pass-first guy on offense. Cason Wallace, they need defense, and that's exactly what Cason Wallace brings to the table. Yep. But those are the top 10 picks.
And now we'll be moving on
draft grades.
Now we'll be moving on to Kyrie Irving. This just recently happened as of 20 minutes ago.
I believe, yes.
Yeah, news broke out that Kyrie Irving is interested in Phoenix, and he will be visiting them.
He'll be visiting them.
So
was it today?
Yes, today.
Today.
He intends on making a visit
today.
See, if this were to hypothetically happen, I don't think it'd be very good because, you just got Bill, huge contract. You have Booker, who's a huge contract.
Mhm.
Kevin Durant, who's a huge contract.
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton's still getting paid from last offseason.
Yeah, because the
He-
Pacers were trying to go for
You
him.
know, and he begged and pleaded for a big contract. He got it.
Yep.
So and then if you bring in Kyrie Irving, he's gonna want to get paid too. So you'll have 5 really good players, but I mean,
But
just
5 really big
it's
contracts.
three predominantly guards. So you're gonna have to play somebody out of position at the forward, at a small forward. And KD, he should be playing in the small forward, but they'd have to move him up to power
Yeah.
forward. And I just don't think that would fit too good. And then they would have no rotation.
That's
in the
also
back.
a lot of non-defense.
Yeah, there's no
like
defense.
A lot of non-defense.
The only defense there is DeAndre Ayton, and
Mhm.
even that's a little iffy.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have
Yeah.
no defense, only being able to score. And if your team has an off night, then just
It's
call it a
not-
loss.
Yeah.
Then
So
they have no backup players ever,
Def-
so they'll have no
definitely keep a
rotation.
lookout. Definitely going to keep a lookout on that.
Yep.
We'll tell you guys if anything happens there. But definitely, it would be a weird situation for Kyrie, and especially because his talks of pairing up with LeBron again would probably fall through because the Suns, they can't afford all these guys. You
Yeah.
know, they can't afford Kyrie and LeBron to show up at the Suns' doorstep and expect them to be paid. So this should not work out at all.
Yeah, and moving on to the next topic, it's Kawhi Leonard. He
Mm-hmm.
told the Clippers recently that he's back to 100% healthy, and next season he'll be able to play 82 full games. I don't see that happening. Kawhi Leonard hasn't been able to play a full season in a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and he's getting nothing but more old,
That's true.
and his knees are breaking down.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a great player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not going to be able to, his body can't take a full 82 game season. So I'm not doubting that he's healthy, but I don't think he's gonna be able to play 82 full games. And then that team is so injury riddled.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Kawhi
But,
Leonard, 2024 MVP.
that would be crazy. But Kawhi playing 82 games. I mean, a lot of players say they'll play 82 games, but then once they get to like 40, they're like, I
Burnt
have
out.
to do that again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 82 games that's a lot of games. Like playing 20 games in high school is a lot of practice and games and stuff. I can't imagine playing 4 times.
Times that by 4, and that's your
that's
just
NBA
the regular season.
That's the regular
Not counting
season.
any playoffs.
Then you have to go to the playoffs, which in the
Some-
Clippers case has been 6-7 games every single time.
Yeah.
And you have to at least win 4. You got to at least play 4 to win. So, I mean, that's a lot.
Kawhi's only 32 or something like that. I mean,
But
that's
he's playing like he's
that's-
LeBron's age.
That's
so,
relatively old though. Basketball players, because he's been in the league for, I think this is his 10th year.
yeah,
so
something like that.
Still relatively.
But I mean,
it's
nowadays
not
you got
young.
like Victor Wembanyama showing up at
Yep.
18, 19. So that's like 13 years in the league for him. So that's pretty old for an NBA player. But now we're going to move on to NFL gambling news. 4 players have recently been suspended from the NFL indefinitely for gambling on other sports and their own sport.
Damn, David. Kawhi's going to break his leg the first game. Jeez,
Okay.
dude, he hates Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Spelled first wrong too. That's that's crazy. Break first leg. First game is
That's a wild prediction.
that's a wild
That's
prediction.
crazy.
He just goes out there and that would be bad. But NFL gambling. Isaiah Rodgers is kind of the headline. For this NFL gambling news. You want to give your thoughts, Jack, on this one?
Yeah, I don't know why you need to gamble in the I understand that you should be able to gamble, but I mean, if you're in season gambling on games that you know and you have inside information, so you already have an advantage,
Yeah.
I can see why you should get suspended for that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. But even though none of these players are really that good,
Yeah,
like
it's
they're-
true because none of them, like
only notable,
some of them are getting cut from the team because of
yeah,
this.
and one of them was a free agent.
Yeah,
And the only notable one that anybody would actually recognize is Isaiah Rodgers.
because he actually kind of plays
But-
on kickoff return.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
he's just a special teams guy.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to take a big toll on the league or anything like that.
No.
Just kind of breaking news. But yeah, I understand why they're getting suspended. I don't disagree with it, but yeah, why would you gamble when you like that just doesn't make any sense.
It's also kind of building on the Jameson Williams
Yep.
thing for sure. So not really. I mean, a lot of controversy I'd say around this, you shouldn't bet like during the season. It's just as simple as that. Like,
Yep.
why would you? It doesn't like no.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on.
Next topic is the NHL draft. We're going to be talking about the number 1 pick and a player from Michigan who got drafted number 3, Adam Fantilli. But we'll start off with Connor Bedard, first overall pick. Yeah, this kid is a can't-miss prospect. He's only 17 years old, so he's very young. A lot of time to develop.
This is the Victor Wembanyama
Yeah,
of the NHL.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's still very great. He's getting
It's just
comparisons
about
to Sidney Crosby, Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane's a 3-time Stanley Cup champ.
Wasn't he drafted by the Blackhawks too?
And then
Yeah, so-
you got he's getting compared to Mario Lemieux, absolute really great scorer. Wayne Gretzky, top tier scorer.
I mean,
So
just
these are like
God. So.
great players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you're getting compared to that, you're probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like the pick. That was the pick to do.
Yep.
I'm gonna give that. That's a very great pick. So I'll give that an A.
Yeah, this is an A plus, 100%.
Yeah, my bad. A plus.
A plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an A plus, 100%.
It was development time. He's going to get right to the league. He's getting like slight comparisons to. Yeah, he's going to sell tickets. I agree with that.
Definitely. Like Victor Wembanyama is
Mhm.
going to for sure
Yeah.
in San Antonio.
He's changing San Antonio.
Especially that first summer league game. People are going to be there for sure.
Yep.
I mean, really, nobody goes to summer league, but definitely Connor Bedard. His stats show it from
Mhm.
his
All-around
junior
player.
World Cup.
Can I say
Class.
this? In about
Yeah.
50 games, he had 70 goals and 70 assists. So he's a
That's-
very
So he's
creative
he's
player.
a team player too. Oh yeah, and then Leo Carlson
number
going number 2
To,
Yep, I've seen
Anaheim.
that. Yep,
Yeah. I like the pick, but I think Adam Fantilli should have gone number 2.
which is who the number 3 pick is
Yeah.
from Michigan.
Yeah, Adam Fantilli went number 3 to the Columbus Blue Jackets from Michigan. I really like that pick. That's a steal in my opinion. He should
He's a defensive man, right?
no, he's a
Oh.
no, he doesn't
He's a
play
forward.
defense. Yeah.
He's a
No,
forward.
he plays forward.
Uh,
Yeah,
he was either forward or defense. Okay, so that's,
he's not a goalie.
no, he's not a goalie. He's definitely not a goalie. I know
know.
that for sure.
So I mean,
I know that.
I see what you're saying. 50-50
But,
chance.
yeah,
Casual moment right here, but
yeah,
yeah, I think it's a great pick because his value. If this was an average draft without a player like Connor Bedard,
just like Scoot Henderson.
he could
just
be
like
a number.
Scoot
He
Henderson.
could be a number 1 overall pick. But Connor Bedard's a generational talent as well.
Yeah,
He's
so
a great player, so I could see why Adam Fantilli would drop to number 2. But even he got passed on, so he's probably not going to sign. But he's probably not going to go back to Michigan.
yeah, he's probably not.
He's probably going to go straight to Columbus.
Yep,
He'll be
probably work out. Yeah.
he'll make the roster day 1, in my opinion. Shocking. A team from Columbus got a Michigan player. Yeah, I don't know how these Ohio State fans are going to feel about that, but I don't think Ohio State fans really care about hockey. because,
No,
they
not
tend
really.
to suck.
Not really.
Yeah, no, I really like the pick, and I'm gonna have to give that an A plus because of the value.
I mean, if you're picking before the Red Wings, let's be honest. Like
Yeah, you're not good.
Red Wings were picked 8th.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we're gonna move on now. Little Dalvin Cook situation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fantilli can help Columbus right now. Yeah, dude, they're in shambles. Dude, they are.
It sounds like anybody could help out Columbus.
They honestly put some skates on you, give you some helmet pads, give you a stick. What do you know, dude?
Maybe. You never
Could be
know.
the best player on the team.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. But
No,
they got some young
I mean,
talent.
they got Adam Fantilli now. So
Yeah, and they got Kent Johnson, who also played at Michigan. Very
So
great
they
player.
So just draft the entire Michigan roster.
Yeah.
Just like the Orlando
Orlando
Magic.
Magic, yeah. But
Orlando Magic. have done.
yeah, next topic is Dalvin Cook.
Mhm.
He's been offered by 3 teams, notably the Patriots, the Jets, and the Dolphins.
Which is kind of weird because they're
Yeah,
all in the same
division.
division. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
These are my thoughts on it. If he goes to the Dolphins, I think that's the best fit because
yep.
they need a running back,
Mhm.
and they have Tua Tagovailoa, who's a serviceable quarterback.
Yep.
But you have really speedy receivers who can really you can be a very versatile team.
Like this team could go to a whole other level
Yep.
if they add Dalvin Cook. 'Cause the run game would be effective, and so would the pass game. And the pass game has already proven itself. So
Yeah.
if they just get a good run game,
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill would get 100+ yards a game.
it would actually probably change our prediction.
Yeah.
But still, our prediction from.
That's
way
a
too
while
early
ago.
one.
Yeah.
But then again, we got to see what happens. Then we'll make.
I had the
another prediction
Dolphins winning it
video.
all. I had the Dolphins winning the conference.
In the division.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So then I think the best would be the Dolphins.
Jets should get out of the race of pursuing.
That's
what we were talking
That's what we were talking about in the car
off camera.
I said, I don't really see that because they have Breece Hall, who's a good running back.
He's really good. Yeah.
The only downside is he had an ACL injury, but he's had a full year to recover.
Mhm.
He'll be fine. And
I think he'll
then
be fine. Yeah.
yeah, they don't need a guy like Dalvin Cook. The Patriots,
He's basically the same guy.
yeah,
So
they're gonna get a healthy Breece Hall. Yep.
Yep.
And then the Patriots, I don't really like that.
I feel like that's just a pitfall for him.
Yeah,
for sure,
he'd go to an average team and make them slightly better, but I mean, he'd probably get the best stats going to New England, but he'd be better off getting a chance to win a ring.
So if he goes to New England, you should probably draft him on your fantasy team.
Yep.
But if he goes to the Dolphins,
You should still draft him on your fantasy.
you should still draft him on your fantasy team. It's just when he goes to the Jets, I don't know. It might be more about Aaron Rodgers than Dalvin Cook.
Mhm.
So I think for sure that he should definitely be out of reach for the Jets.
Yep.
And then finally, last thing we're going to talk about, unless something pops up here.
Last night, Domingo German
Mhm.
pitched the 24th perfect game of all time. Absolutely made
Crazy.
history. That rarely ever happens, as in the 24th time in the 100-plus years of the MLB.
And the last time it happened was 11 years ago, 2012.
Yep. Dude,
It
people
happened 3 times in 2012.
people dream of being able to do that,
Yeah.
and he pulled it off.
There was a lot. I believe there was a couple pitchers close this year,
Mhm.
but none of them made it. But this guy, he did it yesterday.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
what
20.
11 on
It's
two?
24. It's the 24th.
It's 24.
It's the 24th.
It's 24.
Nonetheless, still-
ESPN said it about 5 times.
Yeah,
I believe.
Don't forget the Tiger. Oh, you're right. The Tigers pitcher a little bit ago, he got screwed in a perfect game because the ump completely missed it. Last play of the game, or it should have been. They have 2 outs last inning, and the fielder fields it, throws it to Cabrera, beats him by a full step, and the ump calls him safe. And this is before instant replay,
Mm-hmm.
so you couldn't replay it. Yeah, Galarraga. Yeah. That's what he's known for. Galarraga should have had a perfect game, and yeah, I mean it's definitely sad because nowadays you could review it out perfect game.
Yep.
But officially that Domingo German.
Well, unfortunately, we have to say 24 games because that's just how history ended up going.
Drink review after sports. Sure, I'm good for a drink review.
Drink review?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me go get.
Drink review. What's the review on, Jack? What's the? Let's go see. Let's go see what Jack is gonna review here. He's gonna review a drink for you guys live here.
After the Domingo German pick, they're talking about it.
We need a shout out.
We need a shout out.
You mean like shout out like you or shout out?
Shout out Fusion Football Bros. That's Tyler.
Mhm.
Shout out David. Shout out Jack Dewally, XC Athlete, for keeping the comment section alive and staying here, being consistent. We appreciate it.
There are a couple other people in
for the drink. We need a shout out for the drink.
Okay,
yeah. So we got.
Oh, Jack, you want to take center stage here?
Yeah. Let me just.
I want to take center stage here.
So yeah.
Barely even.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, originated from Taco Bell. Yeah, and let's get this started.
Oh boy, he's popping it open.
Okay, that sound gets every dad, every dad around the road heard that.
Yeah.
So let's get a sip.
Yep.
It's good. Even though it's 170 calories per can, and I've drank already 2, so I'm at I'm gonna be at 510 calories.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is very tasty, very sugary. I like it. I'm gonna give it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
Yep.
1 out of 10.
It's 10's got to 10's got to be
Or
great.
has it gotten old? Your
It's gotten old.
Like Brian West says, your marginal utility
Yeah,
went down.
my marginal
Your
utility.
marginal utility went down.
Shout out econ class.
W review, indeed, David.
Yep. So
David, you know about that, Mr. Weitzel.
Yeah.
Marginal utility going down.
we can't be saying names on the internet like that. We'll get sued. Don't do that.
What?
Can't just be shouting out names like that.
What'd you
He catches wind of that. We're getting sued. Can't be
Oh,
call him Mr. Pretzel.
don't worry. We'll give him a shout out. We'll give him a shout out.
Yeah. Later on.
Shout out to what? There you go, right there. There's a shout out. There's a shout out.
But yeah, I drink's good. A lot of calories, but whatever. I mean, all pops are very calorie based, so I like it.
See.
If you're a diabetic, though, you probably shouldn't drink this. But
thank you, Jack, for the tips.
Yeah, I think that's all we got, though. Oh, actually, I got one more topic.
Take a glance.
I got one more topic.
Let's hear it.
Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk.
Baby Gronk.
Oh, Jack's been talking about this. So,
I think all you guys.
Here's his opinion.
I think you guys have all heard about Baby Gronk. Being saying very controversial things, even though it's all from his dad, as exposed from a podcast. His dad pretty much tells him. No, he does tell him everything to say and to get controversial. And his dad's just exploiting his kid and making money off his kid, which is very sad. And
that's actually very sad. That's like
my comparison is Baby Hercules.
Baby Hercules.
That's a real person. Baby Hercules or Baby Zeus or something like that.
That's right.
Yeah, and he's like a weightlifting monster.
Yep.
And the parents made him. All that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and Baby Gronk. Anyway, back to it. Rob Gronkowski actually caught word of Baby Gronk.
And
don't say it out loud though. Yeah, Baby Gronk. Rob Gronkowski got word of the thing, and he looked at his DMs, and he's been given 500 DMs from Baby Gronk's dad, trying to collab. Rob Gronkowski's making a cease and desist on Baby Gronk's dad. Rob Gronkowski said it's too far. It goes way too far. The kid doesn't even enjoy it.
That's true.
And you're forcing it on him. Baby Hercules is banned from gyms. Yeah, because he got forced to go to the gym by his parents. Nonetheless, back to Baby Gronk. Yeah, so Rob Gronkowski's making a cease and desist. And he hates his dad. I think everybody hates his dad equally. And it's kind of sad he's exploiting his kid to make money. He's living his life through his kid, which is super sad.
That's really bad. Like the fact that you couldn't shape your life.
Oh yeah, I gotta make sure we know this. We're not sponsored by Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
But if they would like to sponsor
us, though, we are open. Our email is at theallamericanvalleyboys at gmail.com. One. allamericanvalleyboys1@gmail.com. So,
I couldn't make it that. I don't know.
It's all good.
I had to add a number apparently.
It's all good. So, I think that's it. Would you like to give your thoughts on the Baby Gronk situation?
It's very. In my opinion, it's very stupid. Of the dad, he was gonna get caught eventually.
Yeah.
It just seemed like something stupid to do, and he was collaborating with like girls that were like way older than him too, which is kind of like a little jealousy.
Yeah.
For some of the boys out there, but then in the end, like it's a kid that is very young still. He's got a lot of life to live, and he's just being taken over. So he's been taken over by his dad. So pretty bad. But
yeah, I mean, it's just an awkward situation for everybody around it. As soon as he got exposed by that one podcast, everybody came out and was exposing Baby Gronk. So
tagging him, trying to defend the kid and stuff. So I don't know. Does he go to jail for that or no?
His dad, no, I probably won't go to jail.
No.
But it's just everybody looks at him as a douche, which is not a bad way to look at him.
I guess it's kind of like going to prison.
Yeah, nobody likes him, but he's still going to get any attention. His thing, if anybody's taking a marketing class, is any attention's good attention.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if he gets bad publicity or good publicity. He's getting publicity, and that's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And some people work like that. And sad to see. Yeah, he's doing the bad or good publicity. Nonetheless, any publicity is good.
What if he's not even forcing his kid to do that? Like, what if he just told the podcast to expose him for no reason?
He probably could have done that. I don't know why he would have done that. It's kind of sad that the podcast people went along with it. He controlling his kid. He's basically towards his kid. Honestly, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's all I got for the situation.
I think that's all we got for this
Yeah.
episode.
We got that done really quick. So good stuff.
Definitely for sure.
Thank you for everybody supporting the channel lately. It's meant a lot. Hopefully we can keep growing. And yeah.
Make sure to like the stream before you leave.
And also check out our new videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yep.
All right. I think that's it.
And we will see you guys later.
All American
Valley
Boys.
Boys. We
Out.
out.